Hey y'all, it's Amanda and this is my Texas Zone 8 garden, and today we're outside because we're going to do a little bit of updating on these vintage urns and get them ready for the winter.
It's getting cold, baby, I just want you close. I got all this joy in my heart, and if it's getting dark.
Okay, so we had a couple of light freezes and now we're back to 70 degrees. It's crazy. So I'm out here in flip-flops and a short sleeve shirt. And I've been wanting to work on these vintage planters back here. I purchased these planters from basically a going out of business sale for a rental company, like an event rental company. And I ended up getting 4 of them, and I kept 2, and I ended up giving the other 2 to Kristen because these are really big for my backyard. And so I was very happy with 2. And I got them set up, and I ended up filling them for the fall, and I kept waiting for the cold weather to hit so a bunch of this would die. It just really hasn't. Now, I planted these with the idea that they could be utilized for multiple seasons. So I do have some cold hardy plants, including these gorgeous ornamental kale and cabbage, which have now been in here for 2 months and are stunningly beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. We're gonna leave those in. And then I have some beautiful petunias. These are double cascade blue that I grew from seed, and they are absolutely gorgeous. And petunias can handle some cooler weather as long as they're well watered. So I've got those in there, but I've also got some other things, including some silk florals, just like this, that I had tucked in for, you know, some interesting texture. And so I think I'm gonna go ahead and start by stripping some of those out. I've also got some coleus that has now been touched by the frost, and so it is gone. So let's go ahead and start by deconstructing these partly, and then I'll show you what my plan is. Created these stacked pumpkins for the urns, just 3 faux pumpkins that I put on a dowel rod. It worked really, really good. They did get a little bit like sun bleached, which is to be expected in our area. However, oh, look at a big old hornet just landing there. However, I do think that in the future I can paint these if I want to jazz up the color a little bit. Okay, with that removed, it really does leave a lot of nice space in here. And truthfully, I mean, all the kale is going to say, all of the petunias are going to say. I do have some pansies in here that I'm going to leave as well, that I also grew from seed. I think I'm just going to tuck in a few additional winter annuals to kind of add a little bit of punch of color to the space. Okay, so at Covington's, I ended up picking up some alyssum, which really loves the cooler weather and should do well. These beautiful kind of burgundy snapdragons, which also love the cold weather, and some large white dianthus, which love it as well. And I think that those will go a long way to really add kind of a holiday Christmas theme to it. More winter is the goal. Now, this is what's going in the center. I have two of these. These are pumpkins, SNOWMAN topiaries that I had last year, and they're originally $40 at Home Goods. I bought one at full price, and then this other one right here was on clearance at the end of the season. I got it for 60% off, and they say that they are for outdoor use. And so I would like to go ahead and utilize these in place of the pumpkins. I think it would look really, really cool. So let's go ahead and start with the plants, and then I'm going to come back and add a little bit of holiday pizzazz to the snowman. Okay, apparently I forgot to press record and I had already put some in. Basically, I'm working around these negative spaces. So I have these really big, beautiful colors and pieces, but I've got some negative spaces that can definitely be filled in, which I think will go a long way to really help the look of this design. So I'm going to start with one of these larger white dianthus towards the back. I think that'll add some beautiful color. I'm not going in and adding a bunch of fertilizer or anything like that. You can see everything's very happy and doing very well in this container, so I'm not stressed about it. Come spring, I will come in and I'll add, when I redo these pots, I'll come in and I'll add some stuff. But these actually should get me through a significant portion of the spring as well. I'm also going to tuck right in this space. I'm going to tuck some alyssum with the hopes that the alyssum will grow over the side right here and fill in this space. I think it'll look really nice. I'm tall and these are hard to fill in. Okay, so I've got like a pansy right there, but I work a little bit of space right in there. We'll add another alyssum. Right in there. And this is a really good way to just use multiple plants that can last multiple seasons. Because even though I've used these kale, I used them for the fall, now I'm using them for the winter, and they'll actually do pretty well in the spring as well. I think I'm also, right behind this alyssum, I think I'm going to add a snapdragon. Really tall, and these are hard to access. Just a little bit of red color. I think they'll look really nice. And I had already popped a little bit of alyssum and snapdragon right there as well. Look how pretty those violas are. Okay, let's look at the other urn. Okay, now this one actually has a lot more open space because what happened was I had drip lines in here, and I was having issues with pressure getting up, enough pressure getting up to this drip line to actually put drip in here. So I lost a lot of plants before I realized that. So I'm going to be putting a lot more plants in this urn than I am in the other. All right, so we'll start with some of the snapdragons. Those already add some nice color. We'll tuck in the dianthus. And the dianthus act as a perennial in my area, so actually putting them here allows me the opportunity to actually reuse them throughout the next few seasons as well. I think I'm going to tuck in one additional snapdragon towards the back here, and then try to squeeze in an alyssum right in front. And I am jam-packing these in, which will actually be helpful with cooler temps, keeping everything warm. See how much that filled in that hole? That looks really nice. Okay, this area right here has a petunia that's actually on its way back. It had died back due to lack of water, and now it is doing well again, which is great. So let me do some digging in here. And let's go ahead and do a snapdragon. Got my gloves on today because I knew I was going to have to do a lot of digging in here. Look how good that color looks with the kale right there. And then right in front, let's do an alyssum. And I'm kind of angling the alyssum with the hopes that it will drape over the side. Yeah. And that helping that color just really helps with this, take it more holiday. Okay, one more side. I think I'll do the snap towards the back. There. And then the alyssum. And then finally, the dianthus. Sweet. Yeah, that looks good. And you can see that I've left the center open for the snowman topiaries. I think having a little bit of color now. I know it's not traditional color for the holidays, but the purples, the burgundies, the kale, adding a little bit of white and the deep red, I think will work really well. So let me show you what I'm going to do to the snowman topiaries. Okay, so the snowman topiaries. So they're supposed to do well outdoors, which is great. If they don't end up doing well outdoors, I think that I can reapply this moss if I want. I think they're metal. I mean, that sounds metal. And the metal should do pretty well, I would think. Let's pull the other one out. This one is the one that actually was out on my front porch last year. And I put a bow on him and I loved it. Now, I no longer have any more of that ribbon. So I need to go ahead and replace the ribbon on the sky. And I want ribbon on each of them. And so I ended up utilizing, even though this is in the back, the front, I had a lot of this red and white stripe and I already had this ribbon. So I thought that this would be a good use. And that'll add some really nice holiday color. I think that I could put it on their heads. I think I'm going to put it around their necks. That feels better to me. And I'm just going to keep a simple bow. I don't want it to be too big and overtake the snowman. So we'll just do a shoestring bow. There's one. You okay? You okay? Okay. And I think they're super cute, so let's go put them in place. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. That looks great. Oh, it's starting to rain. Oh, let's get the last one out. Oh, gotta hurry. Okay, stop it. These are so stinking cute. Love them so much. And I think that after the holidays, I can take off the red and white bow so it's just not so Christmassy. How adorable are these? I love them so much. Look at this. I'm telling you what, these urns are just going to be so fun to decorate over the years and fill. I wish that I had lights to wrap around the snowman or wrap around the base of the urns. I'll do that someday. I'm not going to run out and buy that or anything right now. I'd like for them to be solar powered, but some white lights on these urns would be super cool. Okay, that was a quick and simple, easy video. This was the last planting project that I had to do outside. I meant to do this over Thanksgiving Day week. Didn't get around to it because I was so sick and I've just been so behind. But I'm glad I didn't try to do it when I didn't feel well because it really was a joyful and fun project to do. And it's really exciting that I really got to reutilize so much of what I already had. The petunias that I grew from seed, which we are growing again next year because these are just gorgeous. The kale that was already in here from the fall containers, some pansies over here that I also grew from seed, and then going back and tucking in some additional fall annuals, including alyssum, snapdragons, and dianthus. I think adding a little bit of white is really nice as well. I do also think that once some of the petunias and stuff really start to die back when we get more severely cold weather, I can come back in here with some silk greenery, some pine branches or something like that and fill in as needed. And then, like I said, I think I can also take off the red and white bow as needed. I think it would be fun. I think it'd be really fun maybe in the future. Maybe we'll do like a black ribbon with like a buckle. I think would be super cute. I think I can dress these guys up over the years and just really kind of change them up a little bit, but utilize them year after year. Like I said, I bought one of the Snowman Topiaries last year and then at the beginning of the season, and then I bought the second one on clearance. I'm just shocked that nobody wanted the other Snowman Topiary, but I'm glad I got it. And so that was even before I even had the urns. So I had no idea that this is where they were eventually going to end up. So I'm just really excited to see these in place and cannot wait for future years to decorate them. All right, you guys, we are officially done with planting projects for my winter garden. We're done with all that. Moving forward in the garden, we're going to just do a lot of preparation for winter gardening. We'll be laying new mulch. We're going to work on mulching another area. I've got some things that need to be potted up into a container garden. We'll be doing cleanup once we get more significant freezes. Just a lot of cleaning and arranging. We'll do a little bit of building over the winter time, which would be really good. And then of course, we're gonna be doing tons of seeds starting inside. Up next, I've got Delphinium, Calamantha, Rudbeckia, try to remember, Jupiter's Beard, several different ones. So, sea status, several that we're going to be starting in the month of December before we get to the new year, which will be really exciting. So anyway, you guys drop me a comment. Let me know what your thoughts are on the Snowman Topiaries. I'm obsessed. I love them so much. They're so cute. And I wish I got to them earlier, but I will still leave them up. They'll stay here all through January and I'll really, really enjoy them. But let me know what your thoughts are on that. As always, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Every time you like and comment, it helps grow my channel so much. And if you don't feel comfortable leaving a comment, just drop me an emoji below, letting me know that you made it to the end of the video and that you say hi. And be sure to check me out on my social media outlets, including Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. As always, she's a mad gardener or a decorator or anything else that she wants to be. Thanks, y'all.